Good morning, Unity. Welcome to everyone online and everyone here. If you think of it, please silence your cell phones. Craig is with us today on this fourth Sunday of Advent. His focus will be on the joy of Christ within. Thank you, Craig. Our musical guest this morning is Mike Murphy. Michael, thank you for being back with us today. We appreciate that. Just a reminder that December is the month when Unity counts on receiving all of the generous donations. In this season of giving, the Board of Unity asks that you consider making an additional donation to help us in balancing the budget for 2025. We'll be talking a little bit more about this early on next year. Earlier this year, as you may know, the Unity Board of Directors authorized the Advisory Committee to develop a comprehensive study of our facilities here at Unity as part of our informed, intention to remain on the site itself. You remember we all voted to stay here on this site. So they had prepared a large study that will actually look at all the facilities and the state of all those facilities and what it will take on an annual basis to stay on this site for maintenance and so forth. Other board actions include the authorization of funding to replace the electrical panel in Victoria House. And as you know, we had some problems during the lighting ceremonies and things like that. So we need to get that straightened out as soon as possible. We apologize for the confusion of the times of the upcoming services during the next couple of weeks. Wednesday, December 24th, Christmas Eve services are at 5 and 6:15. There's two services. December 28th, Sunday, the service is at 11 a.m. The December 31st, Wednesday, New Year's Eve, Burning Bowl and Letters of Intention service is at 6 p.m. It was changed to 6:30 and then back to 6. Thank you. And then January 4th, the annual Whitestone Sunday service meeting will be at 11 a.m. Now, if you would please stand for the congregational song.
One, two.
Joy to the world.
heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let man the songs employ, while fields and floods, from hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations serve the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. Thank you, and you can be seated. Thanks. Good morning. My name is John Claude Pinto, and I'm part of the Prayer Chaplain Ministry. And I get the honor of reading the Daily Word and lighting the Christ candle. So we start with lighting the Christ candle, and why do we do that? It's just a reminder that that divine light is within you. So we just get that sparking and then a remembrance. This is the fourth Sunday of Advent, and today is joy, and the daily word today is joy. Okay. And the affirmation is, joy uplifts me as divine light shines from within me. And the scriptural text is, when they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. Matthew 2:10. And the reading, as Advent season draws to a close, I celebrate the light and glows from within me, the light of the Christ within. Just as the three wise men journeyed to Bethlehem to see the newborn child, my journey through Advent has led me to discover the faith, peace, and love that are always mine. These are the true gifts of Christmas, ones I carry with me all year long. No matter the challenges and the obstacles I may be called to face, I will draw from my infinite storehouse of joy to remain optimistic and centered. Joy is mine today. It is the fulfillment of my Advent journey, my divine inheritance. It is in this fullness of my heart, the contentment of my mind, and a deep feeling of wellness in my soul, I am joyous. So I'll say the affirmation, and then we'll say it together. Joy uplifts me as divine light shines from me. Together. Joy uplifts me as the divine light shines from me. In oneness.
Good morning. See everybody starting to meditate already. Right? There's a little something before that. But we can meditate as we do this. Of course, this is the lighting of the Advent candle, the final one, final week of Advent. So I'm going to call up Camilla and Isabella. Where are you? Oh, here they are, the light bearers, the light bringers, yes. Okay, turn. So, ladies, do you have anything to say about this lighting of the candle this week?
Yes.
Okay.
Today we're lighting the fourth candle.
Oh, we're going to get a little microphone for you. Thank you, John Claude. Yeah. Wow, look at that.
Today we light the fourth candle that represents joy and light.
Very good. That's it. Yeah. You guys feeling joyful and light today?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's bring that to the lighting. Do you have anything you want to share?
We light this candle for the joy we feel in our hearts as we acknowledge the Christ light that shines from each one of us.
Wow. Isn't that beautiful? So as we light this candle, right, we're lighting, and it's a representation of the light of the Christ, the light of joy. I see joy shining from you. Yeah. Not just because of all the presents you're going to get in a few days either. Okay, ladies, do you want to go ahead? Did you decide which one of you is going to do the light? Are you going to handle both of it? There we are. Okay, I'll take this. Thank you. That can be tricky. Thank you, John Claude. Let's see. There you go. Is that the one? Yes. Okay. Wow. Well, how about I'll go ahead and light the other ones. Do we light the other ones today, yes, don't we? Yes. Okay, I'll go ahead and light those, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, ladies. Here we go. There we go. Thank you so much. So the 4 weeks of Advent, we've had hope, faith, and love, joy today. Do I light the white one in the middle? Yes. Yeah? Not yet. No, I didn't think so. See, this is why I asked. This was a quiz. Okay, that's we got to start over. Next time, right? When we culminate.
One is barely on, correct?
What's that?
That one
Oh, okay.
barely on.
Thank you. Well, it looks like it's lit, so
Yeah, well,
it's maybe the oil is getting low in that one. Which one is that? I don't know, but we'll talk about that today. Okay. Okay. So you feel that, the lightness, the kids coming up here. Kids make you light. I was just with my grandson a couple of days ago. My God, he's 7 years old. Talk about living in presence and joy all the time. Those of you that have children or grandchildren, they teach us this, don't they? And they get upset, and then they're back in the moment, like in a minute. Like that's just forgotten, right? This is a good lesson for all of us during Christmas time. So let's go ahead and close our eyes to pray today. The week of joy. And feel the lightness in your own heart. As we come together for meditation or for this prayer, we might, if you've carried any heaviness here today, and God knows there's a lot going on in people's lives right now, many, many challenges. And then we have the outer challenges. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So for many people, this can be a time of great heaviness, just the opposite of joy. So get a sense for a moment of just breathing through your chest into your heart. Breathe the light of joy, the joy of Christ. And as you breathe out, get a sense of just letting go of any problems that you have right now, anything that you think is challenging you. stress, worry. Be willing. See if you can be willing this morning to let go completely, just for now. And let joy take the place of whatever burden you're carrying. And all of us have some burden or 2 or 10. Notice how light your breath is. Spirit. And now, if you wish, you can bring your hands in a prayer position, or you can use your fingertips of your right hand to touch your heart in the center of your chest. Because now we've prepared to pray. We've let go. We've opened to the Christ within. Lots of gifts will be given this season, there's no doubt. Maybe there's a particular gift that you would wish for. So this morning, imagine that Christ has appeared before you, touching his heart as he is in the picture that I have on my altar up here, the puja. And his light is streaming from his heart into yours. And he says to you, I've come today to give you one boon, one gift. Ask, and you will receive. Those are his words. So in the sanctuary of your heart, ask for what you most want this morning. And I encourage all of you not to go out and think that you need to ask for world peace or something like that. This is for you. What would you ask for? And ask for it in private in your heart this morning. Feel that your prayer has already been answered. In fact, as you go from here today, you may bring that wish to just one word. This can be very powerful. Whatever it was, if you can filter it to one word, it can be like a little prayer you can return to very quickly. And if you close your eyes and go into your heart, as you're doing now, and you just repeat that word on the out-breath a few times, you might feel the energy of that gift already within you. Because as Christ told us, we lack nothing. We lack nothing. Our poverty is in thinking we lack something. Feel that this morning. And that is joy. That is joy. Feel how the sacredness of the music takes us deeper, prepares us for meditation. Meditation is already happening for many of you. So today, as we come to meditation with an open heart, we celebrate not only the energy of Advent, this Advent day of joy, but also today is the solstice. For me, these go together very, very beautifully. The dawning of winter, when the earth will go to sleep for its rest, knowing that in just a few months, spring will arrive, and spring will not be possible without this rest. The longest night of the year will begin to shorten day by day until the sun returns. The light returns. The light has come. Christ in me, risen like the sun. And so, how beautiful that we gather for meditation today, because we can all rest. We can use this rest and use the example of Mother Earth, the great yin energy, the divine feminine, the divine mother, is calling us to rest, to put aside our doing, and just be for this moment. When we grow still in this way, we begin to hear the silence. We begin to feel into our bodies. We begin to feel the breath, which is our very life. And we may notice all of this is happening only now. Even your thoughts, no matter how pressing or stressful, look for yourself. Where do your thoughts arise at? Right here. And so meditation is a call this morning to rest right here, to feel your connection to Mother Earth, to be light, to be joy. And for a moment this morning, we might imagine that we're in a beautiful forest. Perhaps there's snow on the ground. The air is fresh. And God has delivered us to a beautiful little clearing where we can sit down for a moment. The pine trees are around us, the sun shining beautifully. And a great settling down as we sit on Mother Earth. And as we sit down, we close our eyes. We begin to feel our oneness with nature, with the earth, with the rhythms of life. We know that we are not separate. And we can repeat to ourselves as we sit in this clearing, repeat to yourself, breathing in, I feel the joy of Christ. Breathing out, I radiate that joy to all beings. Breathing in, I feel the joy of Christ. Breathing out, I radiate that joy to all beings. Including the trees, including the sky. Everything is alive and present in the Christ of joy this morning. And as you sit for a few moments, you let yourself go completely. You let yourself again go beyond all of the burdens and problems in your life. You rest in the lap of the Divine Mother. Just listening. Just being. Just now. Come to your next breath. And notice how this breath brings you back again to this freshness, to this joy. Meditation, the advent of joy, is a return again and again to the present moment where this presence awaits us. So when distractions come, and they will, when the mind bombards you with worry and fear, which will happen, your breath will save you. Your breath will bring you home to the presence of God here and now, to the presence of joy that is within you here and only now. Notice it this morning. Verify this for yourself. It could be that this returning will have to happen once a minute. That's okay. In this remembering, the Christ arises. And we arrive in the Christ within. Notice. What a great gift the breath is. And again, we can come to our breath and internally repeat, breathing in, I feel the joy of Christ. Breathing out, I radiate that joy to all beings. And let's listen to these words of blessing on the winter solstice, but so in tune with this morning's message, as many of you are already feeling. They are not separate. The time of the year with the great darkness. Nature slumbers in quiet starkness. The trees are bare, the earth is asleep. The silence and stillness run truthful and deep. Recognize that as the earth is resting, it bestows on you its greatest blessing. That from winter comes spring and life once again. For the wheel of nature spins with no end. Take ease in these cycles, honest and true. Have faith in the rhythm of nature in you. Realize that harmony comes from within. And know all is well as the new cycle begins. This morning we might feel into this, knowing that all is well. All is well. And in that feeling that all is well, a great joy arises. The joy of Advent. Feel it. The meaning of Advent, of course, is arrival. It feels to me like the vast majority of you have fully arrived here. No longer waiting for something in the future to fulfill you. Not waiting until Wednesday evening on Christmas Eve to welcome the Christ. But being present here, the heart opens naturally and we receive the gifts of Advent, the arrival of peace, the arrival of love, the arrival of faith, the arrival of joy. We had to do nothing but arrive. Look and see. All you had to do was bring yourself here. Physically, yes, in your car or walking, however you got here, but more importantly, your awareness is present here. Feel it. All the great sages have told us when our awareness is fully present here, the gifts are given. What's your gift today? What did you ask for? Is it there with you now? Or are you still waiting for later? Till this thing or that thing happens, or you do this or you do that. The delaying game of the mind. We can just put that aside. Recognize you've arrived here fully. And see the gifts that are given to you when you do that. It's a gift of meditation. Arriving, over and over. This arrival doesn't happen just once. It happens over and over and over again. Ever new joy. And then we seem to forget, and we tumble right back into it when we remember. We arrive again. You arrive by remembering, the joy is here. The Christ is risen here. Then we may forget. The world pulls us in. God knows that the earth and the world right now are doing that. Not the earth, the world. Human consciousness is busy doing other things right now. Not many people on the earth are too concerned with what we're doing this morning. And we can feel ourselves getting pulled more and more into this doing, into this chaos. We can wonder, what is going on with humanity? This can be reflected in our own life with so many challenges and worries and fears. Even though your life may be relatively at ease compared to the vast majority of people, we can start worrying. What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to the world, to my family? But we're so fortunate because we can arrive again. And where we arrive is right here again. And I'm not talking about in the sanctuary when you get here next week. I'm talking about arriving right where you are and recognizing that where you are is enough. That's where the Christ is born. The Christ won't be born on Thursday. The Christ is born now, over and over and over and over again. And how is it born? It is born in you. Through your remembrance, through your arrival back to this presence, which is now and only now. What good news is that? You mean we don't have to wait? No. This was Yeshua's message to us. Jesus talked about this, taught this, died for this that I am pointing at this morning. He came here not to be worshiped, not as something special or to be held up, as apart from everybody and holier than thou. He came here fully embodied as a human who was also divine, and his message was simple. The kingdom of God is within you. Now. Now. He came to show us again that we too are the Christ. It wasn't something special in him and only him. As he said in the Gospel of John, you are God's, and you will do greater works than I do. And how will these works be done? By realizing the Christ nature that you are. It's that simple. This Christ nature is not found in the world. It is found, as he told us, and all great sages have said, it is found within you. Turn your eyes around and look within. Open your heart to the inner kingdom, and everything will be given to you. Those are his words. The Christ, which is not his last name, there are many who feel that I hear the laughter. However, there are many who think that Jesus Christ, that's his name. In Aramaic, it would have been Yeshua Mshika. The Messiah, the one who has come to wake us up. Not as God ruling over all, none of that the church has imposed on him. Much more on the earth. Much more a calling to all of us that this is possible for us because it's who we are. And in knowing this, in coming to this within, the gifts of Advent are given to us naturally. Thank God we have once a year where we get to return to this, to remember, because we forget so quickly. We play so small, so separate from each other and from the world. And with that separation comes despair, worry, fear. Our awareness is drawn out into the world where everything is changing. It's constantly moving like a storm. But when we turn within, when we come home to our hearts, we come into the experience of the Christ. We fulfill Yeshua's mission, which was to wake us up to what we are now. There's never been a greater time for us to know this, to be this now. When we do this, as I said, the Advent gifts are with us. Because the nature of this Christ consciousness, which is here and everywhere throughout the cosmos, the Christ is the light that gives us every grain of sand and gives us every cell in our body. Nothing could hold together without this Christ awareness of oneness. The radiance of light that pours through everything and in everyone. Quantum physics tells us everything is light. I'd say everything is the Christ. Right here. Do you know it? Do you feel it? Are you one with it? Now, there's the gift. The gift of this presence. Today it's the gift of joy. The lights that we see, the tinsel, the gifts, the wrapping. These are all kind of an outer expression of this beauty that's within us. I see some of you have some amazing sweaters on today. Wow, what designs. You see, I look at these sweaters and I feel joy. This joy is what it's about today. And yes, Yeshua embodied this joy, fully human. His message was, you can be that joy in every moment that you are here. You can feel and know yourself. The expression of who you are is joy itself. A great question for all of us on this day of joy. What would it be like if our lives were lived purely for joy. Breathe it in today. Before the resistance of your mind coming saying, he is out of his mind. He doesn't know my life. A lot of worry and fear. I got bills. I got all that stuff. Hey, Yeshua had it all. They were coming for him. Okay? You don't know anything that he didn't know in terms of being a human being. Do you see? We could look at him and say, my God, he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. In the garden, for sure he did. But as far as I can see up to then, even when he did his thing in the temple and through things, it was all coming from joy, from the truth, from the truth. So this can be a great question for us during this time of joyful Advent. Remember again, Advent means arrival. Has joy arrived for you today? It's not 4 days from now. Okay, I'll get ready. I've got 4 more days. I'm really behind on my joy. Do you know what I mean? I got more gifts to buy, got more things to do. Isn't that what it's always about with the mind? I got things to do before I can be at rest in the Christ. Yeshua told it, no waiting, now. Cut the root of time off and be what you are now. Because if you don't do this now, it slips through your fingers. And your mind will come and say, when I buy all my gifts, when I get them all wrapped, when I, whatever, you fill in the blanks, then I can finally take a moment to be still and, oh, there's the Christ, right? It never works that way. Our minds are so sped up by that time, it goes, and then we say, well, maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll get those true gifts. And these are true gifts. This is what he came to give us, was these true gifts. Joy is the gift today. What would it be like to live your life from a space of joy all the time? What if every choice you made was a choice for joy? Can you breathe that in? Because he did. I'm clear. That doesn't mean you have to like everything you go through. Please no. Challenges come. Can you face the challenge with joy? That's what he did. That's what the great ones do. Their state of awareness is so one with the Christ that anything but joy is not possible. Do you see? We know the possibility of this. It's not about getting our life arranged in a way so that it doesn't bother us anymore. Good luck. I'll be doing a Dharma talk on this in the new year. Right? Your life is designed to challenge you. It's designed to stir you up and bring you face to face with those obstacles you think you have to joy, to living fully, to living as presence, as living as the Christ. I can't possibly be the Christ. No, you are. Whether you believe it or not, he was clear. All the great ones are clear. You are the Buddha. Same thing. You are the enlightened one, sitting right where you are today. Your mind may tell you otherwise. Once that doubt is removed, you don't have to get anything else. You're already fully it now. Meditation brings us to this realization. This is why sitting still is so important. Because if we're not sitting still every day in that silence, we're just lost in the world, aren't we? And this is what is happening right now. As beautiful as this time is, maybe this has happened to you, as I said before. All the doing, all the going, all the being drawn out in here. And what does it get us? I don't know about you, it exhausts me. And in the end, I have this feeling like, did that really matter? That I did that and I ran there and I got that and right? None of it matters. None of it. But this matters. This is the gift. Right here. His presence. Right here. Born every moment. Feel it. Close your eyes if you need to. Breathe into it. There it is. His arms are open and welcomes us home once again. You don't need to wait to Christmas or next year. There's a beautiful quote from someone that I didn't know a lot about till recently. Her name was Julian of Norwich. Christian mystic and nun. Oh my God. One of those Christian mystics, she's not a saint because she taught the truth. And that is, you are the Christ. The Christianity, I'm speaking of Catholicism now, has this wonderful array of teachers that are basically, if they were sitting here, they'd be saying exactly what I am, or what Eckhart Tolle says, or any of these teachers. But they don't make these people saints. At the time, they came close to being excommunicated for daring to say this, right? It's the same thing in Islam with the Sufis. The Sufis dare to say it. You are that, Rumi. The rest of the Muslims are like, oh no. These people have to be afraid for their lives because they speak the truth. Who else had to be afraid for his life for speaking the truth? Yeshua. But he had the courage to do so, didn't he? He had the courage to live joy. He had the courage to speak the truth that you do not need any intermediary to be who you are. You are fully that now. Embrace it, know it, embody it, and bring it into the world. To the poor. The poor is not only those who are starving, it's who are starving spiritually for the truth. Right? Julian of Norwich said, the real question of Advent is not, is Christ coming? The deeper question is, am I awake enough to receive the Christ already within me? Breathe it in. Are you awake enough? You are this morning, aren't you? Yes. Don't forget. And when you forget, use the example of the great ones to remember again. One breath will bring you home to this kingdom again, now and now and now. From the Gospel of John, Yeshua said, I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you, so that your joy may be complete. I'm going to read that again. I have said these things to you. In other words, I have given you these teachings, including my example, so that my joy may be in you, so that your joy may be complete. You feel the completeness of your joy this morning? From these words, but also from the experience within. Christ didn't tell us, well, worship my joy. You're out of luck. This joy isn't coming for you on Christmas. No, he said, this joy in you can be fulfilled now by remembering the light has come. The light is you. It's here and it's available to you. Not just at Christmas, but all the year through. Your life can be 100 rememberings every day when you go off, when you get lost in this world of change. The chaos is growing. This is why I talk about it every month, right? Because it's the reality of what we're living in now. This is reality beyond that. The reality of who you are will never change. The reality of the Christ in you that's looking through your eyes right now and feeling into your being, that will never change. That is eternal. And that is what Yeshua came. His birth represented a rebirth in us out of the ego, out of separation, into this oneness of the light. The light has come. Christ in me risen like the sun. So let's take a moment as Yeshua's given us some beautiful Christmas chimes there through the phone. He's saying, okay, this message, are you all listening? As we close our eyes just for a moment, just feel again into this great gift of joy today. Joy is arrived at, as we see today, when we simply remember who we are. And this can only be remembered now. We could say the true experience of Christ is now. There's no more waiting. There's no more delaying. There's no more putting it off for the right conditions. They will never come. But when we just allow ourselves to rest, to be still, to breathe, we turn within. In that turning within, the Christ has come. As joy. A life that we live where every moment is chosen in joy. And then we are able to give the true Christmas gifts of the year. We're able to radiate this joy, this light, this peace to everyone we meet, particularly our families, our coworkers, to all of those that are going through so much in the world. We can be that presence. Not perfectly, imperfectly, because in our imperfection there is perfection. We don't have to be a saint. What is that anyway? I'm going to get into a little tangent here. Let's look at Yeshua, the way he acted, what he did. He was fully human, dancing, eating, sitting with those that were the outcasts. He knew those are the interesting people. Right? Not all these people with their wealth and, the power. Although he welcomed those as well. It's just he was willing to speak up to them. Saying, you might be misguided here. I wasn't going to read this, but I'll read this in our closing meditation here because it just came to me how beautiful this is. It's amazing when we start to read the Gospels, the red letters. I often come across things that I think, did I read this before? It's all there with him. Yes, some things were added later, and it's easy to find out what those things are. But the true core words, the red letter words of Yeshua are right there for us right now. Here's what he said about this. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, look at him, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. And he wore it. He said this like, look at them. You let him say that about me. The divine Christ is embodied in this human form, available to everybody, fully human and fully divine. So bring me another glass of wine and let's sit and let's meditate. Let's talk about this together. You're not excluded because of your humanness. You're welcomed because you are human. Because in that humanity is the diamond of light, the diamond of the Christ that you are. I welcome you. So he wasn't looking for saints. What's that? There was not any, exactly. What is a saint, right? As I said, the most interesting people are often those who are have a little scallywag in them. That would be all of us. If we embrace this part of ourselves, which I believe what this teaching here is about, then we can open fully to our divinity. We will not be able to embrace the Christ and this divinity until we also embrace our full humanity. It's not about being perfect. It's being about the imperfection and embracing and accepting that in ourselves. That we can do that for others. What greater gift could we give to our families and others? We hold them so much, we have so many judgments about others, and we push people away because they don't fit our particular view of the way we think they should. For this Christmas, welcome everyone as Christ would have. See the Christ in their eyes, because that's what he did. They were all equal to him because they were all him. Everybody that came before him, all he saw was divinity. He saw himself. Let's let that be born in us again as we move toward Christmas. Again, we don't need to wait till Thursday. We can embrace this now with great joy. How great that we have this moment to embrace this, right? The gifts are here. You don't even have to unwrap these presents. They're just given to us. The recognition of joy is the recognition that these gifts are already in your hands or in your hearts. Just embrace that. And then you can share that light with all that you meet, everyone you meet during this sacred time. Okay, let's close our eyes again. I got off onto a little tangent there. I didn't know whether I was going to go into that little teaching about the humanity of Yeshua, but I think it's really, really important because we can put him up on this pedestal like he's unreachable. To me, my experience of Yeshua is that he is the most reachable human being who has ever come here. He is you. He is you. And that's what he came to remind us of. You are God's, and you will do greater works than he. Breathe in, breathe the truth, and in one moment of stillness, we're home again. And the Christ has come. And I'll finish this today with a beautiful teaching from Paramahansa Yogananda, another great yogi who was very, very close to Christ. He said, each year at Christmas time, there are stronger than usual vibrations of Christ's love and joy that emanate to earth from the heavenly realms. Those persons who are in tune through devotion and deep meditation feel in a wondrously tangible way the transforming vibrations of the omnipresent Christ consciousness that was in Jesus is in you. And that is the gift of Christmas time. Let's breathe that in. Present again.
Thank you, Craig, for this powerful message and very much needed. And actually, we feel lighter for different. And it'll be reminded of the joy of Christ is within us all, which is a wonderful message. It also gives me great time to welcome the guests that are here in the sanctuary and those online. It's a reminder here at Unity of Tustin, we believe in one God, one heart, many paths, and our mission is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in our world. We are a fully inclusive community of all walks of life, and would like to know you to know that whatever your background and wherever you are on your spiritual path, we are glad you're here to continue your journey with us. Our ushers are coming forward with flowers and welcome cards for those who are here for the first or second time. So if you're comfortable doing so, we invite you to raise your hand so we can recognize you and present you with these gifts. We have some here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Okay. The beautiful yellow roses. Okay. We invite everyone to join us after the service for food and fellowship around the hospitality table, and make sure to stop by our open door welcome center and bookshop and reading room. Also, as always, we have our Reiki practitioners wearing green ribbons and our prayer chaplains wearing white ribbons, who will be at the entrance of the meditation gardens, ready to offer you prayer and healing support. All the prayers are confidential. We love to pray with you. In addition, there are prayer request forms in the seat backs in front of you and at a table at the gardens entrance where you may leave your requests in the prayer box. They will be lovingly held in prayer by our silent prayer team ministry. If you would like guidance about using our labyrinth as a spiritual tool, please be on the lookout for a team member from our labyrinth ministry wearing a bright blue ribbon, mingling with the congregants at the hospitality and food service gathering. There's always so much happening here on our campus of consciousness. Please make sure to check your email each Friday for our weekly e-newsletter and visit the welcome table for information about the many upcoming and ongoing classes, events, and opportunities to serve as part of our beloved Unity of Tustin community. And as you noted, as Doug was saying, we have many changes in the time, so it'd be important to check your bulletin to make sure you have the right times.
Jean-Claude, I just want to, Tony, if you could. One of the things that he announced was 2 services on Christmas. So be clear, the traditional service at the first one, okay, that's carols and the choir and all that. And then at 6:15, I'll be here, and it'll be more meditative and still and so forth. So you can do both, and they both complement each other. Do both, it's best.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's time now for our love offerings. The various electronic ways to give are here on the screen and listed on the card in the seat backs in front of you. We also pass the offering bags to receive in-person donations. In whatever form you choose to give, we invite you to briefly hold your hand over the offering bag as it passes along, taking that moment to connect with the spirit of giving. We are grateful for your faith and generosity. Now I'll ask Craig Phillips to lead us into the offertory blessing.
So we have so many gifts that are given during this time, don't we? You had a great gift coming together to be with the community today, and it's clear to me that when Christ walked the earth, and of course he walks the earth right now, she, the force is here with us today, that Christ consciousness asks for nothing and yet is our very life. Whatever we give back, right, we reinforce and we give our energy to that light so that that light can be spread to others. This is why all of you were able to come here today and enjoy this service, because resources have been given to make this continue. Without those resources, the light cannot continue to be spread in the way that it does and will be. Okay? So whatever you give, knowing that this is continuing this precious community and this work that is being done. This is so needed in the world right now. 99% of the people, they're not doing what you're doing this morning, right? Not a judgment, just the truth. They're lost in what they're doing, right? But you have the ability to come here and be a part of this community, and through your giving, this can continue. Thank you. Let's read the love offering blessing, John Claude.
Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And now we have Michael Murphy. Yeah. Thank you so much, Michael. We enjoyed your soulful music today. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's stand up as we say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And don't forget the presence of God, and the spirit of joy is within you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know if I'm playing the post-stage music.
Yeah,
Carol
great.
would say. Okay.
It's very pretty.
Thank you.